So we start with the cranium. Yeah. So cranium is just a general area, and it has many bones. What's the difference between the cranium and the skull? Skull is the whole head. Yeah. Good. Then we have the upper jaw. By the way, the upper jaw does not move. Just the lower jaw moves. Yeah. And then we go on to the cervical spine, which is another fancy name for the neck. Yeah, and just a fancy name for the neck. We go to the thoracic spine, which is another fancy name for the upper back. Yeah. And then we go into the lumbar spine, which is another fancy name for the lower back. So you see that anatomy try to make things complicated, so you feel scared. Sacrum, yeah, sacrum is in between the
Lower back.
ilium. So you know the ilium, right? Another name for the ilium is the hip bone. Good. And then below the sacrum we have the coccyx, which is a remnant of the tailbone, yeah? Good. And then we have the sit bone, which is where you're really, when you're sitting, you're feeling it. And now we have to go front a little bit. The collarbone, which you can feel easy, yeah? Chest bone. And then ribs. How many ribs we have?
12.
12. And how many ribs female have?
12.
12 as well? Okay, so rib 12 is the lowest one, and rib 1 is the highest one. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, up to 12. Then between the vertebra, you have the spongy thingy. These are the discs that allow the vertebra to move. And pubic bone in front. Yeah. Anything else? Yeah, we're starting now the upper limb. Yeah, shoulder blade. That's a triangle shape. By the way, you know that in the shoulder blade and the ilium bone originate from the same on the embryo from the same kind of bone. They look similar and then they change. You see on animals that walk on 4. Their shoulder blade and the ilium are very, very similar. Only us, because we're walking on 4, this one becomes smaller, this one becomes bigger. So there is very much relationship between those two. Okay, humerus, arm bone. Arm bone, yes. And then you have the funny bone, which is that one. Yeah. And you have the forearm bones, which actually we have 2. We have 2 forearm bones. We have the wrist and fingers. Good. And here we have the thigh bone, which is big. This is the biggest bone, yeah, in the body. The thigh bone. This is not the leg. How do we call this area?
Femur.
Thigh. It's the
Upper.
thigh bone. Yeah. The leg is that area. Yeah?
Okay.
So sometimes it's called by confusion upper leg and lower leg. No, this is the thigh and the leg. Yeah? And the heel bone on the back. And we have the patella or the kneecap. And the feet bone and the toes. Good. How many bones we have in the body roughly?
206.
Yeah? Good. 206. Some people have a little bit more.
Really?
Yeah.
Extra fingers or?
Extra fingers, extra rib.
Extra
Sorry?
vertebrae.
Really?
Teeth, yes, sometimes. Teeth is not a bone, but yeah, there's some variations. Good. So that's kind of first time we go around. We'll come back to it next time and we'll do more. And now is exactly the time for, yep.